Hi, I'm Mark from Green River College, and thank you for joining me. Today, we will cover the training overview right now, introductions, a welcome to Green River College, a campus tour, degrees and programs, advising, our university transfer program or 2+2 university transfer, Green River's housing options, student life, which includes activities, clubs, and safety, costs, dates, and admissions, and a thank you message. See you in the next video. In this video, we'll cover introductions. Mark, that's me, and Green River College. So as you know, my name is Mark. My last name is Milston, and I am the International Marketing Regional Director at Green River College. I'm responsible for working with students, parents, and agents from Africa, the Middle East, Northern Europe, and Japan. And of course, for ApplyBoard, all of you. I've worked at Green River College for 9 years, and I really enjoy interacting with the students and the parents and seeing everyone achieve their goals and dreams. You can follow Green River on social media, for example, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at IP Green River. This is Green River College. It's a beautiful campus surrounded by trees and nature, a great place to study. As you can see, this mountain is called Mount Rainier. It's the biggest mountain in Washington state, and it is visible from one of the trails in the Green River College campus. Green River College is located in Washington state on the west coast of the United States, not Washington, D.C. If you've heard of the city of Seattle, we are located about 45 minutes south in the city of Auburn, Washington. Some facts about Green River College. It is a public community college in Washington state. In the United States, there's about 1,200 community colleges, so we are one of those. At Green River College, there are about 8,000 total students and around 950 international students. Our international students represent over 60 different countries. And so for the community colleges in Washington state, there's about 36. We are number 2 for the number of international students enrolled. And out of those 1,200 community colleges across the United States, we are ranked number 12 for the number of international students that we have on campus. Another great fact about Green River College is Time Magazine ranked Green River College as the most diversified college in the United States. That's all of the colleges and universities. Time Magazine looked at how diverse all of the schools were in 1990 and then tracked how diverse they became over time into 2014. And Green River was ranked number 1, in large part due to the increase in international students that we have on campus. So what is a community college? As I mentioned, there's 1,000 or about 1,200 across the US. They are public state-funded colleges that were originally created to serve the local community. And that's why the tuition is quite low and the classes are small, which is a great advantage for the local community, but also for the international students that study with us. We have academic, technical, and trade programs. And in our academic programs, we offer the same classes as universities do, particularly in the first and second year. So our courses and our credits transfer to almost all universities across the United States and beyond in Canada and Europe and other countries. Community colleges only offer undergraduate programs. So 2-year associate degree or a 4-year bachelor's degree. We do not offer master's or PhD programs, no postgraduate programs. And our instructors or professors focus on teaching students. At community colleges, there is no research being done or graduate level students doing the teaching like would happen at a university. So this next page can kind of show you the differences and similarities between community colleges and universities. As I mentioned, the differences: smaller classes, lower tuition, undergraduate programs only. The professors teach the classes, so there's no teaching assistants doing the teaching. And typically, we have more support services for international students. But the similarities include we offer the same classes. English 101 at Harvard University is the same as English 101 at Green River College. We are accredited and recognized in the United States and abroad. Now let's go on a campus tour. This is the Holman Library. It's 2 stories and of course full of books and study materials, study rooms, silent study rooms, and a tutoring center, along with about 150 computers, as well as a number of printers for students to use to complete their schoolwork. The Marv Nelson Science and Learning Center is where all of our natural science courses and labs are located. So biology, physics, chemistry, all of those types of classes will be in the Learning Center, the Science Learning Center. Salish Hall is a mixture of classrooms and offices. So of course you'll take classes like English 101 or geography or a foreign language, but you may also go in and meet your professor during their office hours if you have questions or need help on an assignment. Cedar Hall is where our math and engineering classrooms are. Our math tutoring is also in Cedar Hall, and all of our tutoring services are free for all students. The Student Union building is probably the most popular building on campus and the newest building. So you'll see on the right the big stage where we have some concerts, where we also have and host our Halloween party. This past Halloween, we had over 600 students attend. So it's a very popular event. We also have our fitness center in the Student Union. The fitness center is called the Recreation and Athletic Center, or the RAC, and there are 3 different areas. This area that you see has machines and workout equipment and weights. We also have a gymnasium where we rotate through open gym times for indoor soccer, like you see here, along with badminton, volleyball, and basketball. And then we have a dance studio upstairs where we host classes like yoga, mixed fit, and Zumba, or student clubs can reserve the area to do whatever they'd like to do. For example, our student dance club here is practicing some dances they've choreographed. We have our cafeteria where students can pick up a range of options for lunch, a late breakfast, or an early dinner as well. And then we can also get snacks at the bookstore along with textbooks and school supplies. And we actually had President Biden visit Green River College in 2022, where he gave a speech and actually said that Green River College is a great college. It really is. And I believe President Biden. Green River is a great school. So now you maybe are wondering, why choose Green River College? Well, I'll cover that in upcoming presentations, but we are a leader in university transfer, the 2+2 program. We have great on-campus housing for students. Our advisors do immigration and academic advising. We have great support services for international students, low costs, small class sizes, and as you've just seen, a safe, friendly, and beautiful campus. Let's learn about Green River's degrees and programs. These are our more popular majors. The 5 on the left side are probably the most popular: business, engineering, computer science, IT, and aviation. Yes, students can actually become a commercial airline pilot or air traffic controller by studying at Green River College. But in reality, international students have many different degrees to choose from. This list is just a partial list of the subjects we offer for students who are planning to study a 2-year transfer degree. What that means is they will start at Green River for year 1 and year 2, and then transfer to another university to finish years 3 and 4 of their bachelor's degree. This is called a 2+2 university transfer program. I'll talk a bit more about this later. But students have a lot of flexibility in the subjects that they would like to study at Green River College. If students need to improve their English a bit before they start their academic studies, we have an intensive English program, or IEP. This program prepares students for academic studies at US colleges and universities. There are 5 levels to our intensive English program, and we test students. We give them an English placement test to make sure they begin at the correct level for their English skills. We have introductory and foundation classes in levels 1 through 3, and our academic prep is levels 4 and 5. So a student may be placed into level 5 and just study for 1 term and then move into our academic classes, or they may need a few terms and get placed into level 2 or 3. Each term is 1 level of our IEP program. The course content includes grammar, reading, writing, and oral communication. And for our academic prep levels, levels 4 and 5, there's a bridge program. This means that students can take an academic class at the same time that they are taking their intensive English classes. For level 4, they take a 2-credit class. For level 5, they take a 5-credit class. The special bridge program at Green River means that the intensive English teacher joins the students in the academic classroom. So when they move back into the intensive English classroom, they're able to better understand what the student experience was and can help the students understand how to study and prepare for exams or write papers for the academic class. The credits they earn during the bridge program are credits that will count towards their degree. So students get a head start while still improving their intensive English and getting the credits they need for their academic program. Green River also offers some 4-year bachelor's degree. Most of our bachelor's degrees are BAS degrees, so Bachelor of Applied Science. For international students, I would say the more popular BAS programs is the Aeronautical Science program, so the Aviation Commercial Pilot or Air Traffic Control program. Our 2 business programs, Marketing and Entrepreneurship or Applied Management, and our IT program, which also has 2 different programs, Cybersecurity and Networking or Software Development. We also have a BSN or Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, so students can study their nursing degree as well. So there's lots of flexibility. Students can do the 2+2 university transfer or complete a 4-year bachelor's degree at Green River College. We also have a program called High School Completion. This is for students who are 16 years or older and have not graduated high school in their home country. Students can come to Green River and complete the high school graduation requirements for Washington State while at the same time making progress and earning credits towards their bachelor's degree. We will evaluate the students' high school transcripts from their home country and see what classes are still required to meet the Washington State high school graduation requirements. Most of those classes will give them credit for both high school and their university bachelor's degree. So there's no extra cost. The students are simply paying for the tuition. So it's not two classes, just one class, giving them double credit for each subject. About 40% of our international students are actually doing the high school completion program. So it's very, very popular. We also have a gap year program for students that may want a break between high school and starting university in their home country, or even if they plan to go to university somewhere abroad in Europe or the UK, but they want a break in between. They can come to Green River for as short as 3 months or as long as 1 year. Typically, students start at Green River in the fall term, so September, and study at Green River for the fall quarter, so September to December, and then they can choose their own adventure. They can join our Australia and New Zealand study abroad program, which runs January to March, or they can transfer to one of our partner schools in California or Hawaii. Some students even enjoy their time at Green River so much that they stay at Green River the whole time, or they even decide to pursue a degree. One of our gap year students from the Netherlands actually decided to stay at Green River beyond the 3 months she had originally planned, and she just recently graduated from Arizona State University with her PhD. So, whatever your student would like to study, uh, from 3 months to 4 years, you can find the program at Green River College. Now, I'll tell you about Green River's advising. Green River has international advisors who help students with immigration and academics, and all of our advisors are divided by major. So when a student who is majoring in business comes in to see their advisor, they will meet with Ronnie. The reason why this is a great advantage for students is our advisors have a lot of knowledge and understanding about the courses required and the options within each major, and also can help them understand what they have to do at Green River in order to transfer into their top university and achieve their goal of a bachelor's degree. So as you see here, Carrie advises engineering, aviation, IT. Max does social sciences, sciences, and health sciences. As I mentioned, Ronnie does business. Um, but we also have drop-in advising. So we have drop-in advisors. So if students have a quick question or they need a signature very quickly, they can come in without even scheduling an appointment and meet with the drop-in advisor. We even have Zoom advising as well. So students can stay in bed and sleep in a bit if they want to meet with their advisor to talk about class options or creating an education plan. I mentioned education plans. So all of our students will meet with their advisor even before they arrive on campus for their orientation. They'll talk about their educational goals and put together a 2-year education plan that maps out all of the classes a student needs at Green River in order to be able to transfer into their chosen university and to get their chosen degree. Um, Sometimes students have 2 or 3 different education plans because they're not quite sure what they'd like to study, or maybe they have a few ideas of different universities that they'd like to transfer to. Even if a student is majoring in business, 2 different business schools, for example, the University of Washington or UC Berkeley Business School, may have different course requirements. And so students, as they continue and progress at Green River, can sort of make sure they're doing what they need to do to be able to apply to both schools. Our advisors also create great opportunities for learning. One of those opportunities is called Lunch Bites, where students can sign up and get free lunch, but also learn about important topics. For example, managing stress or finding jobs on campus, how to write personal statements, or we may have a university representative come in, like the UC schools, and talk about a topic that many students are interested in, how to apply for the UC school system, UCLA, UC Berkeley, and then know what they need to do to be successful. We also have something called Global Tea, where it's a great opportunity for students to learn about other cultures. Typically, a group of students from one country or culture will volunteer to make a presentation, and then we'll help them buy snacks and drinks from their home that they can share with other students. So it could be an opportunity to practice your public speaking, or it could be an opportunity to learn from students just like you who have come to the United States to learn about different cultures and study with people from around the world. As I mentioned, we have over 60 different countries represented on our campus. And one of the required courses for students when they first arrive, so their first term at Green River, is taking a class called International Student Success. This supports academic and social success. So we help students understand what the expectations in the American classroom is so that they know how to be successful and get good grades. What are the rules? What is plagiarism and what is the penalty for doing that? But also some social topics, for example, how to use their health insurance card. If they feel sick, do they go to the emergency room or to a health clinic? Um, they will also get a peer mentor, which is a current Green River student whose job it is to help them adjust, answer questions, and show them around campus. So students will meet with their peer advisor and their small group of new students, maybe at a local restaurant, learn about how to tip, what the differences are, and talk about other things that maybe they're adjusting to or maybe they're homesick about.
Hi.
Now I'll talk a bit about our 2+2 university transfer program. So studying at Green River for 2 years and then transferring to another university to study for another 2 years has some great advantages. One of the biggest advantages is students do not need an entrance exam. We do not require an SAT or ACT or any type of academic requirement for admission into Green River. And then when a student transfers to a university from Green River, those universities are not looking for SATs or ACT scores. There's no entrance exam required. Instead, those universities are going to be looking at the grades the student achieved at Green River College, not their high school grades. Another big advantage is the cost savings. The tuition at Green River is quite a bit lower than most universities, and I'll show you a bit more in another slide, but that's a great advantage. So along with the easier admission, it's also a better opportunity to prepare for success. Green River gives students a lot of support, and we help students figure things out, answer those questions like, what do I want to major in, or what type of school do I want to transfer to? What kind of career do I want? So that when they do move to that big, expensive university, they're better prepared to be successful. They have extra time to make decisions about their major or university, or they may have a second chance to enter their dream school. They may want to go to UC Berkeley and apply as a first year student and were not accepted for whatever reason, or even if they were accepted but realized the cost was just too great, they can start at Green River College, get admission, and get a second chance to build up their academics, their extracurricular activities, and then gain admission into that dream school as a transfer student. So this diagram kind of shows what students can do and why 2+2 makes sense in the United States. So in year one and year two of university at Green River or at a university, they're taking the same general education requirements. Those courses, no matter if you're majoring in chemistry or music, engineering, or drama, all students need to take a number of required classes. So why not do it at Green River College, where you have low tuition, some time to figure out what you might want to major in, or even the ability to change your major. Um, and also you gain different experiences. So starting at Green River College in Washington State, and then a student can transfer to California, Florida, or New York and have two different experiences. So there's lots of advantages to starting at Green River College and transferring after 2 years. One of the biggest reasons might be cost. So You see the tuition prices for international students for 2024-2025. Green River is definitely the lowest at $11,553. And you can see these four universities that are much higher. So University of Washington, UC Berkeley, University of Michigan are extremely expensive. But WSU, Washington State University, is a very affordable university, public university in Washington State, but it's still almost triple the cost of tuition at Green River College. So if you look at the cost savings by going, for example, to Green River College for 2 years and then transferring to the University of Washington versus going to the University of Washington for all 4 years, students can save $60,898 for those 4 years, but because our tuition is so much lower in those first 2 years. And of course, the more expensive the university, the bigger the savings. So the University of California at Berkeley, students doing 2+2 versus 4 years at UC Berkeley, the cost savings is over $75,000 US. We do a great job of helping students figure out where they'd like to transfer to. So twice a year, we have a university transfer fair where representatives from around 80 different universities come to our campus, and international students are able to talk to those university advisors and ask them questions and figure out where they might want to go. Most of our students narrow down their list to maybe 5 different universities that they'd like to apply to gain admission as a transfer student to, but these transfer fairs are so valuable in answering questions like living conditions or internship opportunities and scholarship opportunities, the size of the classes, the scholarship opportunities, and more. This is a list of our partner universities. These partners will actually guarantee conditional admission for students transferring from Green River College into these partner universities. On our website, we specify the required GPA and course requirements that students must do at Green River in order to gain admission to these partner universities. Of course, students can choose to transfer to a non-partner university. The only difference would be that there's no guarantee of admission. So students would have to apply as a transfer student, and then that university would make the decision. So many of our students look at some partner universities and some more competitive non-partner universities like UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, or University of Washington, and they apply to both. But next, you will watch a video with students talking about their experience at Green River College and where they decided to transfer to. I hope you enjoy.
Hey, I am Songju Kang.
My name is Shah Ashraf Khan, son of Mohammad Bakash.
My name is Olga.
Hi, my name is Alfia.
Artem Karif.
My name is Rome.
Hi, my name is Allegra Istar.
Minky Kim.
Hello everyone, my name is Ni.
My name is Kenneth Johannes Manorekang.
Benza Chia.
Wing Vo.
My name is Hafsa Belhaj. Hi, I'm Callista and I'm from Indonesia.
I am a student from Singapore,
Russia.
I'm from Vietnam.
Indonesia.
Malaysia.
South Korea.
Kazakhstan.
I'm from Vietnam and I'm from the Netherlands.
I'm from Kazakhstan.
I'm an international student from South Korea.
Indonesia.
and I am a bio major.
I'm majoring in data science.
A double major of chemistry and molecular biology.
Computer graphics.
Cognitive and developmental psychology.
Performing arts.
Data science.
Airport management.
Computer science.
Fashion design.
My major is applied math.
Biology.
I'm majoring in business administration and I'm transferring to UC Irvine.
Georgia Institute of Technology.
UC Berkeley.
Florida Institute of Technology.
UC Berkeley.
UNC Chapel Hill.
Grand Canyon University.
UC Berkeley.
The University of Michigan.
The Columbia College of Chicago.
University of Washington, Seattle.
UC Berkeley.
Washington State University.
And I'm transferring to UC Berkeley this fall.
The favorite part of Green River is definitely people.
Green River has so many people from so many walks of life and so many different backgrounds.
Everyone's here really nice. We all help each other to achieve our goals.
I think that GRC is one of the best places to make friends and build new connections.
There are tons of opportunities and chances that
you can just get involved to the campus.
I would never get to where I am today without the help of Green River and the people here.
At Green River, I have a chance to get a pretty good education.
The advisor here is definitely a great help.
They helped me writing my personal statements. They supported me with my educational plans.
I have gained mentors for life.
I found my true vocation.
It gave me one of the best 2 years of my life, which I will never ever forget.
My advice is just get involved.
Make friends with everyone.
Never give up.
Dream big.
Take your chance.
Forget everything that has happened in the past. Build a new future. There's always someone out there that's going to help you and give you the 100%. So it's your turn to give yourself 100%.
I had fun at Green River.
And I hope you do too.
I may be a bear now, but I will always be a Gator at heart.
Go Gators!
Go Gators!
Go Gators!
Go Gators, and see you at GRC.
Now I'll talk to you about housing. At Green River College, we have 2 housing options. Students can live in our on-campus student apartments, which we call Campus Corner Apartments, or CCA, or they can live with a host family. And actually, there's 3 options. Students could always find their own housing as well, but we offer 2 options through Green River College. We have our own housing team, which is another advantage, I think, over other community colleges. We don't hire a third-party company to coordinate our housing. All of the housing is done by our own staff. And so if students have any questions, they can come into our offices and talk directly to the housing staff. We manage over 200 host families, and we have those on-campus apartments for about 340 students. For homestay, students will have their own private bedroom. They'll have a bed, they'll have a desk, they'll have a closet to put their clothes. Of course, they'll have internet and water and all of the things that they would need, along with 3 meals per day. So that's a great value added benefit. Food is included with our homestay. The family makes 1 hot meal for dinner, and then the student can use the food at the house to make their own breakfast and lunch. And then there's transportation help to and from campus. Either the student lives close enough to walk on a convenient bus line, or the host family would take them to and from campus. For our student apartments at CCA, each apartment has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. So 4 students are living together, but they each have their own bedroom. These student apartments come fully furnished. There's internet, cable TV, and all utilities, along with fun activities, both at CCA with movie night or ice cream socials, but also there's opportunities to go on a shuttle to go shopping. And then each student receives a move-in kit with a few supplies that they need right away when they first arrive in the US and move into their new student apartment. These student apartments are a mixture of American students and international students from all over the world. And you can find, and I'm happy to share, videos of students showing you their CCA apartments on YouTube. These are 2 different floor plans for apartments at CCA. Both have 4 bedrooms. You see one on one floor is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. And then with the 2 floor apartments, 4 bedrooms upstairs with 1 bathroom as well. And then downstairs is the other bathroom along with the kitchen and living rooms. With CCA, food is not included. So students will have to do their own grocery shopping and factor that into the cost. But our housing fees for 2024-25 are around $1,000 a month. Of course, homestay includes housing, and there is sometimes an option for a double, but it's only if a student is requesting that. And then with our campus corner apartments, there are different contract lengths, 3 months or 9 months. And Any student who would like to live in one of these housing options will need to pay our $375 placement fee in order to get on the placement list. So that payment must be made, but it is fully refundable if a student changes their mind or does not receive a visa. Now I'll tell you about the student life at Green River College, which includes activities, clubs, and safety. The student life at Green River College is very robust. We have a new student orientation, lots of student clubs, recreational sports, student activities, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. For each new international student that arrives for orientation, they will, of course, meet their advisor and talk about all of those important things enrolling in classes, but also they will be able to participate in an adventure trip. This is a one-day trip to a camp that's free of charge for students and a great opportunity to make friends and have fun before classes start. Now, I'll share with you a video of the adventure trip. The adventure trip looks like fun, doesn't it? I've tried the ropes course once and it was a lot of fun. So for all of our student activities, we offer discounts for students. So a student that signs up for any activity will of course be able to do it much more cheaply with us than if they did it on their own. All of the off-campus events include transportation, entry, and they are supervised by staff. We also offer free events along with the paid events. There are some on-campus events like the Halloween party or Lunar New Year party and arts and crafts activities, and then off-campus events as well, like museums, hiking, and sporting events. For all these activities, students can sign up online, and we go over how to do that during their orientation. These are some of the examples of student activities that we've offered in the past. So going to Seattle Mariners professional baseball games or horseback riding, the big Halloween party or ski trip, drop-in soccer, hiking and whale watching, or our Lunar New Year party. All of these sell out very quickly and they're very, very popular with students. We also have student clubs and organizations, and they can be academic, right? The math club or the debate club. They can be culture clubs like the European Club or the Korean Culture Club, or they can just be fun interest clubs. For example, Recreational Climbing Club or the Ministry of Madness Club, which is improv comedy. If students have an idea for a new club, they can even start their own. So it's a great way for students to get involved, make friends, and have fun, and of course, build up their resume for looking for internships and scholarships. We have a student clubs fair each year where students can meet with the club advisors and ask them questions to see if that's something they might want to join. What activities does the club do? When do they meet? Where do they meet? So we always promote these things for students and tell them in our newsletters and on our social media. So they should be aware of how to get involved and what options there are. We also take safety very seriously. So we have a campus safety staff that is on campus 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we also have a great safety ride program. We have two routes, the blue and the red route you can see on the map. And of course, the Green River campus is there in green. And this safety ride is free for students. So between 3 p.m. and 11 p.m., students are able to go from campus out to places, for example, a friend's apartment or grocery store, or come to campus. They can call the safety ride and be picked up and brought to campus. So maybe if they're studying late in the library and they need to go back to their apartment, they can get a free safety ride back to campus. Or maybe they want to come for a basketball game in the evening, they can also get a free safety ride. So we really try to make things safe for students and also enjoyable. Now I'll cover costs, dates, and admissions. These are the costs for the 2024-2025 school year. But of course, these are always changing. And so please look up the current costs on the Green River website. But for one academic year or 9 months of study, tuition is $11,553. This is the same price no matter what subject a student studies, and anything between 12 and 18 credits. The other three fees, housing, student fees, and textbooks, are all estimates. As you've heard, we have two different housing choices, so the cost varies a bit. The student fees are based on the specific classes a student is enrolled in, so they can fluctuate a little bit. And then, of course, textbooks also vary depending on what classes a student is enrolled in. So when we put together the cost estimate for one school year, the total is $22,800. And this is the amount a student would need to show on their bank statement when they apply to Green River College, or the equivalent in another currency. The only things not included in that $22,800 is the cost of health insurance. Students can provide their own health insurance, or they can purchase it through Green River College. The cost per term or every 3 months is $372, and that can be added to tuition. Or if a student provides their own health insurance coverage, we have some minimums that we do require. And then the International Student Success class that I described earlier is also a requirement for all new students, and that cost is $250 just for the first term. Green River College is a quarters system, which means we have 4 terms each calendar year. Each term or quarter is about 3 months in length. One of the big advantages of that is we have 4 intakes a year. So a student can begin in any one of those intakes. As you can see, we have a preferred application deadline. And then for each term, we have a virtual orientation and then an arrival and in-person orientation before classes start. And then typically there's 1 to 2 weeks break between each term and the next one. So the application requirements are quite simple. We have an online application. A student would need to provide a bank statement or financial statement with $22,800 currently, subject to change, and then a copy of their passport, their high school requirements. We have a medical release form, and then not required, but we would recommend if a student has English proficiency scores, we would like to see that. But if a student needs to improve their English, Green River does offer intensive English as a program. So they can come to Green River and study intensive English before they start their academic classes. And then I would also recommend that a student pays the housing placement fee, because the date that fee is paid is how we prioritize the placement for housing for students. And if housing fills up, then we don't have any more housing available, and a student would be responsible for finding their own housing. So paying that housing fee early is always recommended and an important thing to do. So will your student be a Green River graduate? I hope so. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was interesting and informative, and I hope to hear from you soon.
For those who are ready to take their next big step, those eager to push past their limits and develop new strengths, come to NAU. You'll find opportunity in every direction, and with an entire institution in your corner, you'll be ready to take on every bit of it. Choose NAU. Choose you.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today for this training program. My name is Poonam Venkatesh and I represent Northern Arizona University across undergraduate programs in India. Thank you for being on the training today and thank you for your time. This training will help you understand more about Northern Arizona University, NAU's undergraduate programs, and how to apply for undergraduate programs at Northern Arizona University. So this section is going to introduce you to why Northern Arizona University among the other choices that students have. A lot of times students would come to you, ask you about, why should I choose this university over the other university? I've applied to so many, etc., etc. But for high school, college, and university students, Northern Arizona University is a great choice if they're looking for excellent weather, a very safe campus, a student town, and an affordable degree. Northern Arizona University was founded in 1899, so we have 120 plus years of history. We're one of the most affordable public universities in the state of Arizona. The university is divided into 7 academic colleges offering about 180 plus programs. Northern Arizona University is ranked number 178 in the most recent National Science Foundation NSF rankings. NAU is one of the highest elevation four-year college campuses in the country. Also, Northern Arizona University's astronomy faculty led observations of the NASA DART mission, co-discovered several astronomical bodies such as Eris and Sedna, and are major participants in the search for the hypothetical Planet 9. Located in Winslow, Arizona, 50,000-year-old meteor crater is something which is of interest to a lot of astronauts, a lot of students, and a lot of tourists. Every astronaut who walked the moon is trained in Flagstaff. So if you've heard of names like Neil Armstrong, Alan Shepard, Buzz Aldrin, and Flagstaff scientist Jack Schmitt, you will know that they're all trained in Flagstaff in the Northern Arizona area of the state of Arizona.
What I like about Flagstaff, and especially NAU, is that it is a campus with a view.
I think Flagstaff has so much to offer to the Indian students and international students in general.
NAU has got a small and growing Indian community. We know each other, we celebrate festivals together, we play cricket together.
One thing I love about Flagstaff is that You've got so much to do, it's hard to get it all off your bucket list.
You can go on a hike.
You can have a day trip with friends.
You can visit mountain.
It's amazing.
There's not much else I could ask for.
I was most nervous about the American culture. After I came to NAU, people have been very helpful, and that has changed my whole perspective.
I'm a part of the Indian Association of Northern Arizona. I can meet so many people like me there that celebrate the same festivals, eat the same food, and talk the same language.
You do not get lost in a sea of people here. Everyone is appreciated. They make you feel wanted and liked.
My name is Gaurav Dhankar.
I'm Nishay.
I'm Prithvi Kalosia.
I'm Ashwija Korenda.
My name is Sam Sarkar.
I'm doing Masters in Business Administration.
I'm a counselor.
I'm a hardware designer.
I'm a journalism major.
I'm a scientist.
And I'm a lumberjack.
So in this part of the training, you would be understanding more about the town of Flagstaff, where Northern Arizona University was established. Flagstaff is 2 hours above Phoenix. Phoenix is the capital of Arizona. It is the 5th largest metropolitan in the US. Now, Flagstaff is on the historic Route 66 and is regularly ranked among the best college towns in the United States. So for example, Flagstaff is the 3rd best college town in the US. It is the world's first international dark sky city, named by the International Dark Sky Association. Several scenes in the movie Forrest Gump were filmed in and around Flagstaff. So when you watch the movie next time, be sure to recognize Flagstaff. Also, Northern Arizona University is the home to the largest ponderosa pine forests in North America. Our campus sits in between this beautiful view. Flagstaff is also known as the city of 7 wonders. So you may want to research more about these 7 wonders. And just a hint, it also includes the Grand Canyon. So it's a small town. It has about 75 to 76,000 residents. The university has about 30,000 students. In general, it's a complete student town, very lively, waiting for more and more students, and has amazing weather. You will have all the 4 seasons in Flagstaff. So in this part of the training, I want to speak a little bit about our campus. After knowing how wonderful Flagstaff is, after understanding where we are in Arizona, I think it is only fair to also know about our campus. For nearly 120 years, NAU has delivered a student-centered experience through rigorous academic programs led by dedicated world-renowned professors and researchers. Our campus is set across 829 forested acres. NAU is the 2nd highest elevation 4-year campus in the country. The main campus, which is the Flagstaff campus, is surrounded by the largest continuous ponderosa pine forest in the world. The reason why I speak so much about the forest, about the natural resources around, is also because I want you to picture how the students would enjoy their time there for 4 years, what kind of exposure the students get. And I know we're in the state of Arizona, so the Grand Canyon and Sedona are just short drives away from our campus. But the students and residents also enjoy winter skiing. Arizona Snow Bowl is very popular, so you might want to research on that. Also, the Arizona Sky Dome is a part of our campus, which is one of the oldest domes in the country, or the largest domes until a certain period of time. That is Arizona Sky Dome. So in this part of the training, I would like to give you an overview of the programs at Northern Arizona University. The top undergraduate academic degrees for students from India, in no specific order, are computer science, cybersecurity, psychology, business economics, business administration, criminology and criminal justice, biology, biomedical sciences, health sciences, journalism, hotel and restaurant management. These are 4-year bachelor's degree programs. We offer 120 credits in total. So a student does 30 credits every academic year for 4 years. We offer subject emphasis areas and minors as well. There is also undergraduate certificate programs that a student can pursue with us. Apart from these programs, astronomy, astrophysics, mechatronics and robotics engineering, immersive media and games, creative writing, linguistics, political science, international affairs, painting, photography, sculpture, all of these are also quite popular amongst our students. Now, all of these programs come under the 7 colleges at Northern Arizona University. So every university has different colleges within the university. They have different departments. They provide their degrees. So in the same way at Northern Arizona University, there are 7 colleges. So I would like to name them one by one. The College of Arts and Letters, the College of Education, College of Engineering, Informatics and Applied Sciences, College of Health and Human Services, College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, the W.A. Franke College of Business, and the University Honors College. Thank you so much. In this video, we're going to understand how to navigate through our website, find the desired program for a student, and start their application. So for now, what you see on your screen is simple Google. I'm going to click or type nau.edu. So that's nau.edu. That should be able to open up our website. This is how our website looks. If you see these tabs, there's degree programs, paying for college, the NAU experience, our impact, about, and how to apply. So pretty self-explanatory on what you need to do to start your application. Remember, you would be the international student here. All right. But if you want to just take a look at our programs and what can you expect from the program, which college this is a part of. So I'm going to take you step by step. Click on go to find your program, which is just, if you just scroll up or scroll down, whatever you use, find your program, click on undergraduate. Say a student wants to do engineering and technology, or you could type a keyword, robotics, mechatronics, computer science, cybersecurity. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put area of interest, which is engineering and technology, and click on search. All right, this will open up pages, or this will open up different courses. You can click on any one of these. So say if a student wants to do BS, Bachelor's of Science in Cybersecurity, you can see that it's available online. It's available on the Flagstaff campus. Click on this program. As you see, it shows 120 credits. Mathematics would be important. One very important detail is here. Looking for more detail, see the listing for BS cybersecurity in our academic catalog. So we'll go to that in just a second. Then University Honors Program is available for this program, which means a student can also do an honors program in BS cybersecurity. A little bit more, we've put career prospects. So this is not something that we have put, from our thoughts and minds and our own vision. No, this is from sources which are from the US Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration. These are valid sources. You will find them even in third-party websites. So the job title, job growth, median wages, all of this is listed on our website. The campus, start dates, application deadlines, all of that is available on this page. If I click on this link, as I mentioned earlier, Sorry. It'll open a tab like this, which would give you an entire academic catalog of everything that the student would do. If you want to get some help from the university to write a statement of purpose, to understand student learning outcomes, what is the student going to study, all of this is given here. You don't need to worry about what do I tell the student, how do I explain. Every course has this link. So I'll take you back. Computer science is also very popular. I'm clicking on computer science, which is available on the Flagstaff campus, which is the main campus. If you see, there is no online option available. It is only on campus, only in person. So see, 120 credits, blended coursework, more detail. Look, the link is here as well. So this is something which is very important. View important dates. So when you scroll down, you have career prospects, job growth, job title, median wages that the students will earn once they, once they complete their degree. Your accreditation, program accreditations are given here. Also, important dates and deadlines are given. Please don't wait until the last minute. I know that some programs say July, some programs say April. Your international students, please make sure that they don't wait until the last minute, because getting a visa on time is difficult nowadays, right? It takes a lot of time. So what I've done is I've clicked on this link again just to show you the academic catalog for Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. Look, also the school that it's a part of is given. Remember, we also mentioned the schools and colleges that we have. So look, most of the details are given here. This is an in-depth catalog with everything which is academic, everything. There's also accelerated degree programs where they do 4 years bachelor's, 1 year master's, provided they maintain their GPA. So another easy way, I'm scrolling back to the home page now. This is how our home page looks again. And another easy way is to just click on About and click on Schools and Colleges. So as a part of Chapter 2, which speaks about our programs at Northern Arizona University, I've also mentioned the colleges within NAU, the different colleges, and this page here will actually give you a sneak peek into our colleges, our departments and schools within the college. So you can see this page. It's very simple. About, click on About at the home page and just click on Colleges and Schools and it'll open up this page here. This is what I'm scrolling through. If you click on the contact card here, it'll open up faculty details, just departments, faculty details, etc., which is not required currently for bachelor's, but just to give you just to share some information. I think this is important. If you click on the name of the college or the department, you can see that it opens up the entire college profile, academics, undergraduate, graduate programs. What can you expect? Schools and departments. So if somebody wants to apply for a mechanical engineering degree, you can take them. You can click on degree and programs, or you can click on the specialty. So what I did was I went to the schools and departments on the college page, the College of Engineering, Informatics, Applied Sciences. Then under schools and departments, I went to mechanical engineering. If someone wants to do a mechanical engineering degree, if they want to know more about what the department is all about, look, everything is mentioned about research areas, about what numbers we have, about what projects we are doing, right? So there's a lot which is happening in and around the department. Research opportunities, what projects they've been doing. Look, you can click on these and explore what all involvement is the department, what all projects or research the department is into. Yeah, So while you're at this training, I'm sure you're waiting for the admission requirements. You want to know how to apply, you want to know what to do and how to start the application process. That is the most important part for any university. And I do want to appreciate your patience so far. So for this part of the training, we'll understand the admission requirements, we'll understand the scholarships and bursaries that are available at Northern Arizona University. So the general admission requirements for NAU undergraduate programs are a 2.5 GPA, your English proficiency, and a passport copy. I would need, or the university requires, scanned copies of high school transcripts. These have to be 2 years of academic records. So it could be 10th and 11th, or it could be 10th and 12th. Then I would need English proficiency scores. A TOEFL score or a Duolingo English test would be fine. You could also send us an IELTS TRF copy. Where SAT and ACT optional. So SATs and ACTs are not required. It is not mandatory. In fact, if a student has SATs and ACTs, it could add to their profile or could be used in place of English proficiency as well. The most important point that you need to remember is that we are not on the Common Application portal. So when student asks you, are they on Common App? Can I apply through Common App? That's not going to be possible. You would need to apply on the NAU website directly. We are not on Common App. The second most important point that you should remember is that some colleges and/or programs will need additional documents or may have higher entry requirements. To find out more about these requirements, these programs or colleges, you can either check the website, you can check our college web pages, you can get in touch with us, or even see the course catalog. Once a student makes his application, once you apply with the student will also expect some scholarships or some bursaries. So we have the International Excellence Awards of up to $10,000 US for students who are 3 GPA and above. There are some departmental scholarships that may be available to students from certain departments or certain colleges. Okay, so this part of the video is associated with Chapter 3, the admissions, what are our entry requirements, our application process. So just if you see, this is our homepage. I want to take you through this on how to apply. Either you can click on international. So the minute I click there, my entire online application process starts and I click on online international application. And that's how you will start your application for NAU. So as an international student, student support happens to be the most important questions that you get. And this part of the training will speak more about the student support, the accommodation, dining facilities that NAU has for its students. So first and foremost, we have 400 plus student clubs and organizations. You want to play the guitar, you want to play cricket, you want to do bhangra, you want to, be a part of the Indian Student Association. All of that is possible on campus. We also have campus buses and bikes for students. There's career development resources, workshops, events, building up your CV, your resume. There's the International Student and Scholar Services, which is the ISSS. It's a support for students who want to do their OPTs, CPTs, visa-related issues, questions. So for all of those, there's also an Academic Success Center. We have counseling services on campus. We have the Safe Walk program and blue light security phones on campus. There are about 160 of those in and around our campus. What international students and parents also ask us more is about the accommodation on campus. We have a variety of housing. It includes traditional, suite-style, apartment-style housing, options available to students who are freshmen, international students, sophomore, juniors, upperclassmen, and honor students or even graduate students at times. It's all first come, first serve basis. There are dedicated facilities for sororities and fraternities as well. International students and families, as well as students in the honors college, as I've just mentioned. These could also be gender inclusive spaces, separate gender, mixed gender spaces, depending on what is your preference and what is important to you or the student per se. Dining is also important. I'm sure you have questions from parents asking, what is my child going to eat there? Or we're vegetarians, we're vegans. How does this, work out for the student? So at this time, I want you to remember that we have a Starship app to get groceries and food delivered. The dining experience at Northern Arizona University is second to none. It is an important part of campus life, and we have amazing meal facilities, restaurants on campus. First-year students living on campus must purchase one of the unlimited weekly or blended meal plans if they're staying on campus. It's listed on our website. The dining dollars are available independent of any meal plan to use, for purchase of any campus dining meal. Also, it is important for us that you as a student stay healthy, stay focused, you connect with friends, and dining is the best way to do that. So this video is a part of chapter 4, student support, accommodation, and campus dining. As you can see, it's all on our website, Campus Living. So the minute I click on Campus Living, this page will open up. You can explore options. You can see what all housing options are available for you. Campus dining, which is right here. What meal plans you have, what restaurants we have on campus, the Starship app, which is right here. All of these are easily available on our website to understand accommodation, meal plans, student services, career services. How do you need to sign up? Everything is available on our website. What could you do? Which other locations could you go to apart from campus dining? All of this, even the special dietary needs are all mentioned here. So when students ask about, what support do I have over there as a student? What accommodation facilities, what dining facilities? Are there any student clubs and organizations? What I've just mentioned in my previous training is very helpful for you to understand what facilities we offer to our students at Northern Arizona University. And in this part of the training, I would want you to focus on the undergraduate research opportunities. I want to start by saying that it's not for everyone. These are intensive research-based opportunities. By doing research as an undergraduate student, you can earn credit, earn money, go to conferences, publish your work, and much more. And by earn money, what I mean is a stipend or, an hourly basis, just as you do any other part-time job. As an undergraduate student at NAU, there are many ways to obtain funding for research-based, scholarly, or creative projects. This could include grants, awards, scholarships. Undergraduate research opportunities are available from second year onwards. You have to start applying from your first year. There are deadlines. Different opportunities have different deadlines. They have different focus areas. They have different, research projects going on within the opportunity itself. So the student has to actually make sure that they read well, they come prepared, and they submit their proposal on time. It's an excellent way to gain exposure on campus. Just as we say you can work part-time 20 hours per week on campus, you could also become a part of a research team, do undergraduate research jobs on campus, just as you would do any other part-time job. Thank you so much for joining me today to understand and learn more about Northern Arizona University. I'm sure I've mentioned a few points that you're going to remember for a very long time. I'm sure I've given you something new about the institution, something new about Flagstaff, something new about Arizona to remember forever now. The three main points that I want you to remember as a part of this training would be that we're not on Common App, so please do apply directly on the NAU website. The second point would be we're the most affordable public university in the state of Arizona today. So if a student gets a $10,000 scholarship, just to give you an example, they may also be able to study in under $40,000 with us as an international student, tuition and living combined. And the third most important part, we're the third best college town in the US today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your patience.
Next big step. Those eager to push past their limits and develop new strengths. Come to NAU. You'll find opportunity in every direction, and with an entire institution in your corner, you'll be ready to take on every bit of it. Choose NAU. Choose you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this training program.